Welcome back. It's the Bison Bama Fans video blog here, and we have some pretty big news to talk about.
Really?
Yeah. Did you hear the UND nickname committee decided that they needed to form another committee?
That's great. But aren't we here to talk about the FCS National Championship?
Oh, right. Yes. The FCS National Championship, which is probably a little bit more entertaining.
The Bison just came off a semifinal win against Sam Houston State. They beat Sam Houston 35-3. And I'll tell you, Austin, the Bison defense was looking like it did earlier this year.
Echoes of 2013, definitely.
And all of last year. That's right. They really, particularly in the third quarter, they started to lean on Sam Houston, and you could tell that they were gassed. It was over. Same power play right up the middle.
But we're facing a pretty resilient Illinois State team. The Redbirds came back to beat New Hampshire to punch their ticket to Frisco, 21-18. And we have a Valley matchup for the National Championship, which is pretty darn cool. What do you think of the Redbirds, Jason?
I'll tell you, their scoring offense is, well, it's obviously #1 in the Missouri Valley Conference. It's pretty good nationally, ranks number 17. Their scoring defense is also pretty good overall. Total defense is actually #1. Their rush defense is #2 in the Missouri Valley, number 16 in the nation. The chink in that armor is the fact that they've let 17 rushing TDs, while NDSU has allowed much fewer. But overall, I'll tell you, they have that junior quarterback, Trey Roberson, and he looks good. They've got a good running back, so their offense is clicking on all cylinders.
There's a definite threat because he can pass and run pretty well. The interesting thing I think is going to be NDSU's strengths match up pretty well. If you look for all except one category in the major offensive and defensive categories, NDSU and Illinois State are right up next to each other.
Yeah, and that one category is Illinois State's pass defense. I'll tell you, they were pretty low in the Missouri Valley Conference, and they're not even in the top 50. So I guess that tells you that they're an average at best pass defense. So I think that's one of the keys to the game.
I definitely agree. Although Illinois State is no Towson. Towson had the one running back and pretty much average everything else. Illinois State, except for that one chink, is really a solid team all around. I think we're in for a pretty good game here. So you mentioned pass defense. What other keys to the game are you thinking of?
I'll tell you, I have a couple of questions. So one of the questions is will Zach Vropp play? I mean, he's been hampered by a hamstring. If he doesn't go, then who's your #1 wide receiver? Is it Urzendowski? Is it Gebhardt?
I think both those guys have shown they can step up during the season. So there are definite options there, but it'll be interesting to see who they decide to go with as.
Well, and as we mentioned earlier, it's important because Illinois State's pass defense is so bad. I mean, it's bad compared to NDSU's. It's average at best. It's not like I said earlier. It's not even in the top 50 nationally. It's in the bottom of our conference. So I think that'll be another key. The other key I see is will Illinois State turn the ball over? NDSU is +12 on the year so far through 15 games. Illinois State through 14 games is only +3. So that says that they're turning the ball over a lot too. So they're not getting a lot of takeaways.
They're still on the plus side, but they don't take it away nearly as much as the Bison do. And I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that our secondary is a little bit. We're hurting not having Travis Beck around, but still, I mean, you've got the safeties, Dudzik, you've got C.J. Smith.
That's right.
That is a secondary that will tend to pick the ball off.
That's right. And you've got a couple of corners that can cover real well.
Yeah. The one X factor I think that comes into play, and this one is leaning toward NDSU's favor, is special teams. If you look at kicking percentage, Adam Keller's got pretty good range, and our percentage is a bit higher. And then on punting, Ben LeCompte in that Sam Houston State game, it looked like he'd pretty much gotten over that quad injury. He was really booming it. And ISU just does not return punts well. They're getting, I think they had, through the first 8 games, they had like 42 yards total punt return.
That's right, 3.2 yards per punt.
All right, so we've covered the X factors and how the teams stack up. Later on we'll have our guest pickers, but for now let's put our picks in.
All right. These are 2 Missouri Valley Football Conference teams. They're both very good teams. Clearly the 2 best teams that are left. I think NDSU's wide receivers are going to get going, even if Zach Braw doesn't play. I think it's important that Zach Braw plays. If it does, NDSU's offensive numbers only go up. But I think NDSU is going to win 27-21.
Both these teams really have a lot of offensive firepower. I think the scores might be a little bit higher. I'm going to go 34-28. NDSU pulls it out on a couple of Adam Keller field goals. But I don't know, let's see what our celebrity guest pickers think. Hello, celebrity guest pickers.
Hi.
Say hello to Bison Nation.
Hi. What's up?
This is Michaela, and this is Noah.
This is Kayla.
This is Kayla, and this is Noah. And these are my 2 children. And they are Bison fans, and they are our celebrity pickers for this video blog.
Most children around Alabama, though, actually are wearing Bison gear. It is a little tough to pick yours out.
Well, let's start with Kayla. Kayla, NDSU versus Illinois State. Bison versus the Redbirds. Who do you think's going to win?
NDSU 36 and the Redbirds 24.
Ooh, got your autograph on the board here, so I have to squeeze it in. But 36-24 Bison.
And Noah, what do you think the score is going to be?
30-2.
30-2.
Noah is calling a safety.
Noah's calling a safety. So really, on this one, Carson will be kicking himself for screwing up that snap in the end zone. But it'll be okay because we'll be champions again.
All right.
So, all right. Well, thanks, celebrity guest pickers. And thank you, Bison Nation. We will see you in Frisco.
All right.